Hey, how's it going, everyone? I am in my garage, and yes, I am by the furnace and heater in the garage. Really ghetto, but this is where I work out, and this is where the best lighting is. So I just want to give you a quick life update and channel update. September 5th, 2018. I had a day off from work, although it doesn't really feel like a day off. But first, I just want to get this out of the way quickly. I was going to do a separate video on it, but I don't want to talk about it too much because the too many implications and the girl is just crazy. But a few months ago, actually about 4 months ago, I did a video entitled "I Got a Lawyer," and without going into all the details, I know you want to hear all the juicy details probably, but long story short, a former employee attacked a bunch of people. She has since been terminated, and she went and lashed out and attacked a bunch of people by reporting frivolous accusations against multiple people, including myself, and I was target number one. And to be extra cautious, I got an attorney to go over my rights and to defend my actions. Long story short, she, sent these allegations to a few agencies, one of them being the Department of Public Health of the state of California, which is a big thing. I've since been cleared by all allegations. I did get a slap on the wrist. Based on principalities, it still kind of annoys me that she would do something like this, especially since she's the one that was compromising patient safety. Nonetheless, it's something that I'm just gonna move on, and it doesn't really affect it doesn't affect my job status in any way. It's just a technicality, but it still kind of pisses me off, but I'm gonna just move on from there. Who knows if she tries to come after me again. If she does, I'm gonna go full throttle, so she better not, because the crazy side's gonna really come out of me, and I'm gonna milk her for everything, and I'm gonna attack her financially and defamation, harassment, the whole 9 yards. But I'm ready to just move on from that. So enough with that crap, finally. Other than that, like I said, I had a day off and just got a lot of things done. And before I talk about that real briefly, I've been suffering a little bit of, I want to keep a steady hand because I don't have my tripod, but some left bicep, I think it's tendonitis a little bit. I've had multiple injuries in the past. For my old followers, let me just go over briefly the injuries that have happened. I've never fractured anything. Oh, I take that back. I have fractured something. I've never broken anything, but I've had a medial tibial tear. That's the lower shin muscle torn in 2010 from a half marathon. And then 2014, I fractured my fourth digit in my toe. Self-inflicted. I was watching NFC Championship game with the Niners in Seattle, and they lost. And I, being stupid, male-driven testosterone that I am, that I had, I slammed my toe into a metal table. So stupid. That was fractured. And then I was helping my parents move to Texas later on that year in 2014, and I grade 3 sprained my ankle. And then I've had a left pectoral tweak. I've had that. And then I've had a shoulder impingement, which I have a very important tutorial video that I'm going to get out eventually, because if you start bench pressing a lot, you're going to get to that point. But fast forward now, yeah, I'm getting this bicep pain a little bit, and I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to resolve this problem, but I'm a person that I fixed my impingement on my own, and I'm going to try my best and, explore all my options, do all my research, and eventually if it does go away, I'll be sharing that knowledge with you guys and gals, because you may not be a hardcore lifter, but the more you work out, and as you get older, there's a good chance that you're going to have these minor injuries. Hopefully nothing fatal, hopefully nothing too serious, but you are going to have some nagging injuries, whether it's running related, weightlifting related, or just anything, just out of the blue. It can just come out of nowhere. So I'm here to try to help you guys and gals get through those aches and pains. Outside of that, life's been a little bit busy. When it rains, it pours. I've been doing a lot of, I had a few days off from work, but it doesn't feel like it because I've had just a lot of just house stuff having to do. In my kitchen floor, and it's tile, and it's tile that I don't really like. Eventually we're going to replace it, but nonetheless the grout is just extremely dirty, so I had to literally use hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, a hard brush, and I had to scrub the entire floor. How exciting, right? That took a very long time, very time consuming, and it's a different type of tired, right? I can go and work out for hours on end. I've been in this garage now for like an hour and a half because I've been doing some workout tutorials as well, which is coming soon. But I've been in this dungeon, so to speak, for a long time, and that's no problem. But that grimy, and it's not beneath me or anything, it's just, it's tiring. Get lower back pain when I'm bending down and scrubbing that damn grout. Did all that. A couple weeks ago, I washed, waxed, vacuumed the whole 9 yards. My wife's 2017 new car, fairly new car, her Acura, and that took like 3.5, 4 hours. So I wanted it perfect for her, very time consuming. And then just this morning, I was watering my grass in the front yard, and I can't really, how do I explain it? Basically, there was a kink in the garden hose, and it just was leaking all over, just spraying all over, spraying in my face. So I had to try a different garden hose. That garden hose was probably too big. I went to the Home Depot, got another one, and it still was doing it. I had to take out, retighten, blah, 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 did all that. I recently just changed my wife's, did an oil change on it, and unfortunately some oil spilled. I had a little catch basket, but man, when you undo that drain bolt for car talk, it squirts out really fast and really far out. Nonetheless, it spilled, and then me being stupid, I wiped up some of it, but when it's damp, you have to immediately go to work and try to fix it, whether it's cat litter. I've done all this research. I heard using Coca-Cola can work. I let it dry up a little bit because I was still finishing the job. So I used all this different product, and eventually I got it steam cleaned by a professional. I just didn't want to deal with it. What else? The front plants in my house, the water sprinkler was malfunctioning, so it wasn't, I have it on a timer, and it wasn't hitting the plants furthest away from my house, so they were dying, and those were just replanted, and you have to pay money for those plants. It's like flowers, like $60 per. It just goes on and on and on. I haven't even touched the garage yet. I still have some boxes I need to get up there, and I just don't, I can do it, but I'm just like exhausted. And the remnants of the oil, I had to just do some sweeping in the front of the yard. It just keeps going. You understand what I'm saying? So home ownership is great. I take very good care of it because it is an asset. It's not a lot of liabilities. So I'm not a big spender, but keeping your house pristine, especially if you're a homeowner, is very important, because if you want to resell it in the future, you want to get the most bang for your buck. So enough with the house hunters lecture. I am pretty exhausted right now. I'm going to relax and have a shake. Someone's ringing on the doorbell. I don't know who the heck that is. So I'm going to check my Nest Cam right now. So I got to go, and more videos coming. Talk to you later. Bye.